Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's March 7th, 2019. And you know what? I just wanted to bring something up for somebody to think about. About our solar system, about our galaxy, about everything that we were told that are lies, of course. Where are we going? Where are we traveling to? Where are we going in the universe? Nowhere, because there is no space. But think about it, though. They're teaching us, they're teaching our kids. If you're part of my generation, they don't care about us anymore. We're done. We've already been indoctrinated, apparently. And there's no need to indoctrinate us any further because we're in the system now. And they're absolutely right. We are. But let's get back. Let's go back a little bit. How did we ever start moving? And how could a solar system be formed while it's moving? So you're telling me a solar system was stationary at one time to form this delicate Earth and these other delicate planets and these gaseous planets, okay? And then all of a sudden one day it decided to take off and move through the universe while the sun was being made and the planets were being made, and all this entirely delicate process is being made while it's moving at 65,000 miles or 1,000,000 miles through the universe. It's such bullshit. It's unbelievable. The nonsense, the Walt Disney World bullshit kind of story that they have made up is unbelievable to me that anybody at all could believe it. But they were asleep in science class. They were passing notes in science class. Yeah, we used to pass notes. We didn't have cell phones like this and text messaging. We actually would take a note. I know millennials, remember, you got to write sometimes too. We took a note and we wrote on it and we would pass it to a friend and it would be passed throughout the class. Just a little, recap on what my generation used to do. Anyway, so the ridiculousness of a solar system being formed and a sun being formed and traveling at the speed that it's traveling at is ludicrous. Nuts. Crazy. I mean, this is everyday shit, guys. This is stuff that is being brought up to your children, and you have to teach it too. Because when they come home and they've got a homework assignment and they have to build a solar system and you've got to build it with them, you're saying to yourself, none of this is fucking true. None of this is reality. It's complete bullshit. It's unbelievable. It really is. So my question is, to the scientists out there, how could a solar system form in this delicate, precious way while the sun is being created and the other planets being created while traveling 1,000,000 miles per hour through the universe? Because it's impossible. And if it was stationary at one point, how is it moving now? This is just unbelievable. Okay, there's a video that's been circulating through the internet. You've probably seen it on YouTube. I'll give credit out to I'm probably gonna screw it up. Donny from I screwed it up. I forgot what his cool names were. Donny from Fort Lauderdale, I think it was. Anyway, you've seen it. It's on there. You gotta take a look at it. He's got 3 sons. Okay, he recorded this apparently on his cell phone. It seems authentic to me. I've studied it. I've looked at it, and it really does make sense in a way. Think about it for a second. Okay. All right, let's go back to the dog whistle. Our hearing. Okay. We can't hear a dog whistle. That's beyond our hearing and all. So if you look at it in the sense of our eyes, what spectrum that we can't see, well, there's a lot of things we can't see with our eyes. All right. Well, we all know. We all know that the sun and the moon could quite possibly be a simulation. Maybe I'm not sure, but we all know it's not what it's been told or teach to us. So let's go back. We're beyond this at this point. I don't even want to get into that right now. But I want to get into the electromagnetic spectrum, okay, that our eyes cannot see. There are many colors that we cannot see at all. So what if at some point when clouds are passing by, dark clouds and light clouds, it obscures this spectrum and it allows us to actually see it? See three suns, actually. And you know what? It would really explain to me why there are such magnificent colors when the sun is leaving us and coming toward us in the morning and the evening. I mean, the colors are absolutely fantastic. In fact, Hollywood will only film certain segments during that period of time. Very important that they get that sun coming towards you and going away. You thought I was going to say sunrise and sunset, huh? It's so hard not to. Come on! Anyway, because it's the best colors and the most beautiful colors that bring out so many, I don't know. It really is unbelievable. I mean, you look at the sun right now at me, coming down. I mean, it just has such magnificent colors. It can't be one projection is my point. I really think it's probably 3 or 4 that we can't see and we never will be able to see. But when you look at the sun through the cloud, and I've mentioned this to you before, many videos ago, I love the way you look at this kind of like disc in the sky, this circle in the sky, which is just so perfect. Not a blemish, nothing, just perfect, perfectly circular, which shows intelligence. And that's what the Creator has created. But what happens if the Creator is, follow me on this, what happens if the Creator is a scientist? And he's trying to figure something out. And we're this big experiment that he's created. And this experiment's big. It's huge. It's the size of the universe. Huge. But anyway, we don't know what the Creator is. We have no idea. There's no speculation on it. And there's no reason to even discuss it because we'll never know. But we have to concentrate on what we're on and what we're doing here. But anyway, I wanted to bring this shit up to you. I really did. I think because we're limited on our vision, we cannot see, through the electromagnetic spectrum. So there are probably 3 suns up there all the time, maybe 4. I don't know, maybe even more than that. But at some point when the clouds obscure the sun, and you've got a dark cloud and you've got a light cloud, it might allow you to see this. Just like we can't see 100 miles beyond us because of the atmosphere. And that's why, there's a curve. There's no curve. There's nothing. There's no boats that are disappearing anywhere. They're disappearing into a water atmosphere. That's what they're disappearing to. If you were to lift that up, you'd be able to see clear through to China. Anyway, I just wanted to put this out there. I'm almost done with the project that I've started. I won't get into it. I should be done with it in the next couple of days, and I can concentrate more on the mud flood, and many other things. Because it seems like, I mean, most of these videos now are going to mud flood. I'm opening up my suggestion box, and I'm getting mostly mud floods now. Yeah, I know. It's because of the, Google and tracking the videos that I'm looking at and doing, and that I'm doing research on. But no, but in majority, I'm seeing a lot of that. And apparently that seems to be where a lot of people have expressed a lot of interest in, because it's a very interesting topic. It's amazing that there actually were existing structures around, and they've covered it up like everything. I mean, look around you. Just look around you. Look, you're bombarded with sales signs and billion-dollar companies and cartoons. You know that? You do realize that, right? We grew up with cartoons, and in our adulthood, we have cartoons for logos, for everything that's around us. I think the only way we can really get back to ourselves, how we were as a human species, how everything was, is probably just to go back a couple hundred years ago, back to the 1800s, when we were true. We might have been not barbarians, but, there wasn't much law back then, and people took advantage of it, because there's some people that are running around that aren't all there, I mean, most of the shit that, whatever. But go back to that time and you'll see, I mean, it was not made up of signs and digital things and fast cars, and because there weren't any cars, it was simple, and that's what I think people are going to go back to, is simpleness. And I think that's what we need, because this is all fake. This is all bullshit. This is a game that they've created, Who gets the most money? Who gets the best cars? Who gets to live in that beautiful house with a white picket fence when they become indoctrinated? No. Flat earthers won't do that, because we know we're beyond this shit. I'm rambling on right now, but... All right, so when I finish what I have to do, I'll be getting into the mud flood and forming chapters of it, perhaps. Not sure. Whatever. I'll also be continuing with the flat Earth, too, especially with the sun and the moon, because I'm telling you that's where the answers are. They're right here. Once we can prove that's fake, game over, guys. Game over. We all have cameras now. High-tech cameras, digital cameras, whatever it may be. HD cameras, we all have them now, and we're watching, and we're looking, and we're watching the skies, and I thank everybody for doing that. And get them on YouTube. Get them recorded. Because once we prove that the sun and the moon are not what you think, it's going to wake these people that are asleep up. And that's what they need. They need that. Because these are everyday things that you wake up with every morning. And you were told that the sun is 93 million miles away. You were told the moon was 268,000 miles away. Why not? You'll learn that in school. That's probably the only thing that's embedded in your head, apart from the solar system, that you remember. Nothing else. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos, and let me be a part of your life.